emailed, called in, through the conversations with kids that we met with here at the community center. Those are all being chronologically put into our tip spreadsheet.
Our next student, Nathaniel Hambrecht.
Nate, it's been so long since you were in business math. It's been so long since you finished all your coursework. I believe Nate is our first graduate of the school year. Finished his classwork early this year and now is figuring out plans for his future. Nate's goals for that future are to become a general contractor and build buildings. He's starting at the bottom, laying asphalt, So when you're out driving on some smooth pavement, you have him to thank. Now, we just have to keep our cars on the pavement. After the official graduation, that's right now, Nate's going to go head out to Marin and get some field experience in the building profession and work on his certification. Good luck, sir.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Greg from Gateway Mountain Center. I'm here at our Four Roots Wellness Center, and I just want to take a moment of your time to tell you about two great programs we're running. One is called Mindfulness-Based Substance Use Treatment. It's an intensive 2-day per week, 6-week program that will help us manage our addictions. It could be addiction to anything. It could be addiction to substances, could be addiction to driving fast or getting angry or donuts. Whatever it is, we all struggle with addiction, and in this program we will learn to lower our stress, manage our cravings, and make some really great connections with I also want to tell you a little bit about another peer-led program we have called the Mindful Warriors Circle. That happens once a week for an hour. It's a peer-led youth support group. And to tell you more about that, I want to turn it over to my good friend, Zach.
Hey, how's it going? My name's Zach, and I'm with the Gateway Mountain Center. I'm 20 years old, and I just graduated high school last year in Truckee. I am the leader of a weekly support group called Mindful Warriors Circle. This is a really awesome group where we can gather as peers in a safe space without adults present and just show up and be real. We all have our own battles to face, and this is just a safe space for us to gather and find ways that we can more skillfully face those battles. So if this is something that interests you, come on by and check it out. We meet every Tuesday at 2 o'clock. Now I want to introduce you to one of the teens that comes to the group and also a good friend of mine, Nate, to share his experience with coming to Mindful Warriors Circle.
All right. Hey, my name is Nate. I'm a participant of the Mindful Warriors Circle. A few things I love about the circle is it's a great place to come and talk to people your own age, which is super important in these times. And I learn a lot more from people my own age than people my parents' age. We'd love it if you guys would come down and join us. It's a lot of fun. Hey, I'm Nate.
And I'm Zach, and we're here to tell you about a few awesome programs we have going at the Gateway Mountain Center. The first program is called MBSAT. It's a mindfulness-based substance use program that takes a deep dive into looking at and understanding addiction. And now I'm going to have my friend Nate tell you about another great group we have going on here at Gateway called the Mindful Warriors Circle.
The Mindful Warriors Circle is a youth-led group that meets once a week where you can come and talk about whatever's going on in your life without an adult being present and get support from people your own age. For more information on any of these programs, visit the website.
We have a fantastic 14-year track record for providing adventure-based experiential learning and therapeutic wellness solutions with over 20,000 youth. So I'm speaking with you today to share our exciting new programming. On Belay Adventure Learning Pods as an after-school support, and On Belay Academic Support, both of which engage in fun nature games, nature art, SEL activities, and challenge by choice peak experiences to support engaged learning. Another new program is our new Whole Hearts, Minds, and Bodies clinical services. Our community has a lack of access to therapy for mild to moderate cases, especially for families in the Medi-Cal system. We have recruited an incredible new clinical director. You can read her interview in this newsletter. We provide embodied, connected support that gets youth ready and excited to learn, to heal, and yes, to thrive, even in 2020. Hello, my name is Peter Mayfield. I'm the founder and executive director of Gateway Mountain Center of Truckee. Our mission is to transform the lives of youth from all backgrounds using nature-based experiences and wellness adventures that facilitate reconnection to self, nature, and community. A mental health crisis is growing exponentially in our communities and our nation. Today, more and more youth experience depression, anxiety, suicidal feelings, and substance use disorder. Many of these youth are from under-resourced families and have suffered multiple adverse childhood experiences. The lack of adequate support for them is starkly evident, and the stress of the COVID pandemic has only amplified this problem. At Gateway, our work applies the benefits of immersive, embodied experiences in nature as medicine for high-need youth.
Oh, you guys, oh my God, is that like a 180?
Damn,
Really?
dude.
Whole Hearts, Minds, and Bodies is our nature-based therapeutic mentoring program for youth who suffer from serious emotional disturbance and complex trauma. Clinically supervised therapeutic mentors provide weekly, individual, 3 to 4 hour long sessions conducted mostly outdoors. 60 Tahoe Truckee youth currently on our caseload are involved in this program.
A consistent, caring relationship provides an environment for youth to build skills and learn emotional regulation while still being able to live at home, attend school, and remain in our community. Notably, over half of our current client youth are from Latinx families, and this non-clinical, nature-based approach is showing amazing rates of engagement and retention for youth who typically do not stay engaged in traditional therapy. Over the past 10 years, we have been taking kids out of clinics and into the forest, and so many of them have been successful in this treatment. We are the only nature-based therapeutic program certified as a Medi-Cal provider. Our Four Roots Wellness program provides weekly classes in mindfulness-based substance use disorder treatment to all of the middle and high school campuses. And our new Youth Wellness Center in Truckee is a base camp for adventure, a media arts lab with peer-led youth support programs that any kid can access any afternoon. Based on the belief that disconnection from the natural world, from community, and from self produces the struggles of youth we serve, our innovative method, Four Roots for Growing a Human, brings reconnection through first, authentic relationship, second, connection to nature, third, embodied peak experience, and finally, fourth, helping others or connecting to community through service. This really works. Your support makes a huge difference in the work we do to transform lives. Thank you for helping us help more youth who are in such great need.
Hi, I'm Bob Hambrecht, former banker, presently independent consultant, spending a lot of time looking at energy efficiency and how to make the financial systems work for us on that front.
Now my pleasure to introduce my friend and colleague and wonderful human, Bob Hambrecht, who is going to take us a little into the, or perhaps a lot, into the physical realities of forest restoration and what it actually takes to innovate at the industrial scale on the ground, doing some of that nitty-gritty work in the land. Bob, are you able to share?
I believe so. Thank you, Teal. I think if I hit this button, boy, the screen just disappeared, but can you see a big picture of a fire right now?
We sure do.
That is, of course, you can't have a talk about California fire crisis without at least one picture like that. I'm going to, let's see if I can make this. Okay. I'm going to run through a quick introduction and then kind of jump into sort of the equipment and machinery, the physical realities of forest management. I want to point everybody to the Getting to Neutral report that UC Berkeley and Lawrence Livermore Lab put out last year. It gives you a sense of the scale of the biomass challenge in California. We think about this problem, and I'm kind of came out of the tech world like many of you maybe did, but I've been thinking a lot about the forests and wood for the last 6-8 years now, and there's some pieces of this that software is not going to solve. We're gonna need heavy equipment to do the work, and I'll leave it at that. It's all frustrating because they go, oh, we're putting this program together. We'll have this contract out in 2 years, and I'm like, well, pardon my French, but fuck that. I want to get something done now. So I'm running a little ahead of the bureaucrats, but somebody needs to. But we should be able to get to the 50 acres of work that needs to be done on Donner Summit to preserve these communities. I think we could get there pretty quickly.
First, let's go to Bob Hambrecht. You had a question a little while back.
Thanks, Jill. I guess I'll just be real quick. I appreciate the landscape scale work and how important it is. But Lisa, you were saying that you're not dealing with the defensible space in the WUI. And I live at Donner Summit, where the Van Norden Meadow is super important. But there's the land trust, there's the HOAs, there's the ski areas, and I believe there's sort of a need for sort of an intermediate level of planning. There's you walk around an HOA and get everybody to create defendable space. You do the big landscape. I would love to see stuff done at sort of a community level. It's the old urban planner in me. I think of community planning work, and is that something that's getting done? Am I right in thinking there's a gap there that needs to be filled? I could be wrong. I'm more than open to it being told that it's being managed, but it seems like there's sort of something in the
Some perspective on Twitter's appeal and challenges ahead from two who know the tech and finance worlds. Bill Hambrecht is a financier and investment banker with his own firm. He's helped launch a number of IPOs, including Google, Apple, and Genentech, among others.
So, hi, welcome to TechCrunch Disrupt SF 2014. I am John Schieber. This is Bill Hambrecht. We just got off stage with a video conference with Clay Christensen talking about some of the ways in which disruption is occurring and has occurred. And Bill, I'd love to get your thoughts on how you're applying sort of this thesis or theory of disruption to your own investment model.
Well, first of all, we apply it as investment managers. And in particular, we have run our venture funds for the last 11 years exclusively on what we thought was Clay's disruption theory. And it's worked very well.
How large is the fund?
Oh, it's small. It's essentially our money. It started out at $8 million. Now it's valued at about $40 million. And,
well, congratulations. That's always nice.
And we have 3 investments moving towards public markets: Tango, YeePay. We have some real winners.
Bill Hambrecht is a star of the venture capital universe who helped usher in the high-tech age by investing in and underwriting in Apple, Genentech, and other high flyers. He later formed W.R. Hambrecht, which has co-managed auction-style IPOs for 20 U.S. companies, including Google and Morningstar. He joins us now to discuss the current IPO market and football. However, Bill, I want to ask you a quick question before we get to IPOs, which is this. Steve Jobs, you know him well. You underwrote the Apple offering. Right. Obviously, he has been ill. He was not at the Apple Developers Conference this week. Your opinion, how successful can Apple be if it did not count on the resources of Steve Jobs?
Well, I think Steve is a very unique guy. I've never seen anybody who can integrate a lot of different technologies and come up with a product. I mean, he's the best at it. And so clearly they would miss him, of course. But Apple now, is a big company. They've had a lot of talent. He's attracted a lot of talent to the company. So, is he indispensable? I doubt it. But, boy, he's a unique talent.
Players who want to play. Michael Vick's name came up this week as a potential player for the UFL. How do you feel about that?
Well, look, first of all, he's a great football player. Probably the best football player in America in terms of maybe not the best quarterback, but the best football player in America. Secondly, hey, this is a country of second chances. He's paid his penalty. I think what we did, of course, was go out to our fan base and said, "What do you think?" And on our website, the majority
people want to see him.
People want to see him. People say he deserves a second chance.
All right. Well, we'll leave it with